Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to Mr. Grable's ELA Grade 3 class. Today, we are reading again from Spreading My Wings, but this time it's a story called Home Early by Jackie French Collar, illustrated by Kazia Charcoal. Here we go. Emma and Mrs. March were playing Candyland when a car pulled into the driveway. "Emma," said Mrs. March, "it looks like your daddy is home early." Emma jumped up. "Yippee!" she shouted. Emma's daddy had a very important job. He usually came home late. Emma ran to meet him. "Daddy!" she cried. "You're home early." Daddy smiled, but he looked as if he wasn't feeling well. "Are you sick?" asked Emma. "No," said Daddy, "just tired." He turned to Mrs. March. "You can go now. Thank you, Mrs. March," he said softly. "Emma won't be needing a sitter for a while." Mrs. March nodded and left quietly. "Why not?" asked Emma. Daddy looked at Emma, but he didn't seem to see her. "What?" he asked. "Why won't I need a sitter for a while?" Daddy's eyes focused again. A tiny smile curled his lips. "Because Daddy's going to be home for a while." Emma's eyes widened. "You are?" Daddy nodded. "Are you on vacation?" asked Emma. Sort of," said Daddy. "Yippee!" shouted Emma. Daddy gave a wheezy little laugh. Yeah," he said. "Yippee." That night at dinner, when Mama talked about her job, Daddy looked out the window. "Is something wrong?" Mama asked. "Daddy came home early today," said Emma. "Early?" Daddy looked at Mama and Emma. "I lost my job today," he said. Mama was quiet for a moment. Then she reached across the table and squeezed Daddy's hand. At bedtime, Mama came in to kiss Emma goodnight. "Mama," she whispered, "will we be poor now?" Mama smiled. "No," she said. "We'll just be a little more careful about spending money for a while." "Why is Daddy sad?" Mama smiled gently. "Daddy thinks we're disappointed in him." Emma sat up. "No, we're not." "Of course we're not," said Mama. "But we have to try extra hard to show him that." "Okay," Emma nodded. When Daddy came in to kiss Emma goodnight, she threw her arms around him and hugged him extra tight. "I think your boss is a dumbhead," she whispered. Daddy laughed and kissed her on the nose. "My boss got fired too." "Then his boss is a dumbhead," said Emma. Daddy smiled and hugged her. "It's not anyone's fault, Em. But thanks for believing it isn't mine." "Want to color?" Emma asked Daddy after the school the next day. "Oh, I don't think so, honey." "I have new crayons." Emma showed him the box. Daddy opened it and sniffed. "I used to love the smell of new crayons." Emma held out her coloring book. Disneyland, said Daddy. Can I color Mickey? Emma climbed on Daddy's lap and opened the book. On Wednesday, Daddy didn't shave. You look messy, said Emma. So? Said Daddy. Who's going to see me? I am. Daddy went upstairs and shaved. Thursday, Emma took Daddy to the museum. They blew a bubble as big as Emma and made shadow pictures on the wall. Daddy held a baby owl. I forgot how much fun museums are, said Daddy. Daddy took Emma to soccer practice on Friday. Next thing she knew, he was assistant coach. I didn't know you could coach soccer, said Emma. I'll learn, said Daddy. Some days, Daddy had job interviews. Emma helped him choose just the right tie. When he came home, he was very quiet. Emma was quiet too. She gave him a big hug, and they made supper together. When Mama came home, she kissed Daddy and squeezed his hand. Weeks went by, then months, then a year. Emma and Daddy clipped coupons and shopped for bargains. They mended things they used to throw away. Mostly they had fun together, but sometimes Emma saw Daddy looking out the window, and she knew a worry was growing inside him. Emma stood behind him and held his hand. One spring day, when the air smelled like lilacs, Daddy came home smiling from an interview. He tossed Emma in the air, and she knew the worry was gone. That night, Daddy, Mama, and Emma went out for dinner. Emma felt happy inside, but sad too. Why are you so quiet, Emma? Daddy asked. I'll miss you when you go back to work, said Emma. Daddy reached over and touched her face. I promise, at least once a month, I'll come home early just to be with you. Emma's eyes opened wide. But isn't your new job important? Daddy smiled. My new job is important, but I think my other job is a lot more important. Your other job? Said Emma. Yes, said Daddy. The one I got the day you were born. Emma hugged Daddy and whispered, You'll never lose that job. What a great story! See you later.